Hi everyone, this is Christine Schaffer here to help Wellify your lifestyle. Could you be suffering from burnout at work and not even know it? Burnout results from chronic stress at work and can have some major consequences for your health and well-being. In today's Wellify video, we're going to talk about the signs of burnout as well as what you can do to stop it in its tracks. So we'll start with the signs. Do any of these sound familiar to you? Exhaustion and decreased energy. So you just have no energy by the end of the day. You're emotionally fatigued. Or extreme worrying and self-criticism. You just can't stop worrying and there's this voice in your head saying you're never doing enough. Increased addictive behavior. So you might have more and more dependence on caffeine or sugar to boost your energy, which might progress into dependence on alcohol, drugs, and comfort foods. Or maybe you're even watching more TV than usual to zone out. Feelings of disconnection, so you might be more negative or cynical, snap at others easily, and you just aren't taking the time to connect with the important people in your life. Never enough time. You are constantly in a rush and feel there's never adequate time to get everything on your to-do list done. And insomnia, so you have trouble falling asleep and or staying asleep. Some might include lack of engagement, meaning motivation or passion or investment in work on that list of signs. But a recent study conducted at Yale University found that 1 in 5 highly engaged employees also reported being exhausted and high levels of stress and frustration. So even if you're passionate about your work, you're still at risk for burnout. And here's why you should be concerned about burnout. In addition to job dissatisfaction and your work performance suffering, a noticeable change in your personality, and just being so mentally and physically exhausted that it's hard to function, you can also suffer the following consequences. So here's a list of physical consequences, and I won't read through them all. It's quite an extensive list, but feel free to pause the video and take a look. And then here's some psychological effects, and we could also add insomnia to this list, which I mentioned previously. So what can you do when you start to feel the symptoms of burnout coming on? Figure out your top 2 or 3 symptoms and then ask yourself, what are 1 or 2 manageable small changes that you can start to make in your routine? A helpful tip is to think of my 5 pillars of health, which include nutrition, movement, rest and relaxation, mindset, and connection. And then think of which goals you might want to pull from these areas to help you alleviate your particular symptom. For example, if one of your top symptoms is that you're feeling distant from the people in your life who are really important to you, you might want to consider setting a connection goal. Perhaps you want to plan a date with a friend after work once a week, or make it a goal to get together with friends or family each weekend. You will be surprised at how much this one little goal will start to improve your overall health and wellness. And then once this becomes a habit, you can start to add more and more small goals. You might also consider setting boundaries at work. So if you're the type of person who says yes to everything, you're probably burning yourself out. I know a lot of you who follow this blog are high achievers and go-getters, but if you're spreading yourself too thin, you're not doing yourself or your company any favors. So if you're in a position to pick and choose your projects, then just select what's really important to getting the job done well and say no to the rest. That is all for now. Please tune in again next time for more tips on how to live well and stay well. Bye-bye.